YouTube, what is good? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I know it has been a minute, boys, but we are going back into the lab for our first upload back on the channel. For people that wanted to know the reason why I've been gone, I got married. Your boy got married, you feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to wifey, shout out everybody that has been supporting us throughout this time. Really exciting time for that, and super glad that it happened. You know what I'm saying? This is a dream come true, to say the least. But let's go ahead and talk about Madden today. Before we get into the video, before we get into breaking down some of the game film, this is going to be game film from my very first ranked game. Again, this is literally my first time playing the game in like 2 weeks for real. So gonna be a little bit rusty, but before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, man. We are on the road to 4,000 subscribers, my boy. We back on the grind. Hopefully I can start bringing more videos out for you guys, and by the time you guys are seeing this video as well, I will be streaming on Twitch. The Twitch will be down in the description below if you guys want to come check it out. Definitely go drop a follow over there as well, and let's go ahead and get into the lab, my boys. All right, boys, so this video, I'm basically going to be kind of going over how to defeat the meta, I guess if that's what you can call it, at least when you're on offense, the meta on defense. You feel what I'm saying? This opponent, he was running a Packers theme team. Again, we're starting on defense here, so we'll kind of just discuss a little bit defensively, but I really want to focus more on the offensive side of the ball and just trying to make your adjustments as you like to do. Another thing that I like to do, again, you guys are seeing my subs. I will show you the subs and everything. I'm just subbing guys out where I want them to be. I didn't remember exactly all the subs that I wanted to do, so it is taking me a second to kind of do them. But I don't put zone drops on to start with, at least for now. And the reason why is because I actually like mid-read zones are actually really good in this game, and I found them to be amazing. So again, the focus of this video is going to be on offense, but at least defensively here, this guy was running this Y off trio formation. I think this is like the Raiders playbook or something like that. So it did take me a second to kind of get used to it, to kind of figure out how to defend it. Honestly, this first drive, he kind of cars me up here. So just as you guys are seeing, I mean, he threw it up the seam. I mean, I literally just gave him that. I wasn't getting my adjustments off quick enough. If I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I was definitely not getting my adjustments off quick enough. But trying to make some more adjustments here, I kind of see that he's running this like return route, and he's got a post on the backside. A lot of times when people run that, I will show you guys. A lot of times I like to run match. I don't run it here, but I like to run match coverage. So I will not shade my zones at all. I will just kind of have my match just on. I kind of like doing that, again, depending. So here, let's kind of show it here. So right here, I go into cover 3 match. I want this guy to basically match this guy right here, to match on him. That does leave us susceptible to a route like this, which you guys will see later. He does hit us on, but at least on this first time me running match, again, it's kind of the chess match of going on. He definitely wasn't expecting it. And honestly, look right there. If my player, look, let's just show it here. If my player doesn't hit this ball right here, he threw it over here. He threw it over here. That was going to be a pick. 100% of the time, that was going to be a pick. Just again, to show you guys again, he threw it. Look, watch where he threw it. Look at the ball. You don't really see the ball marker, but the ball marker was like over here, and Isaiah Simmons had already jumped the route. That was going to be a pick 6 that way. But regardless, it is what it is. I mean, he's just carving me down the field. So we did run match again. So as you guys can see, he ran that kind of drag route right there to be able to kind of, beat that. I shaded down right there. I don't know how he got that off, but I mean, basically he scored. So with that being said, boys, let's go ahead and talk about, at least offensively, what I like to do against the double safety walk down. I know there's a new kind of way to run it where you show blitz instead. I believe this same sort of philosophy should apply, but let's go ahead and get into the offensive side of the ball. So here we go on the offensive side of the football. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I know you guys already see it's 2nd and 10. I didn't have enough space on my computer. I had to get some stuff off of there. So again, he likes to. So this is the thing that I like to do. That I found best when people are doing the ram to guard defense. I will typically call a play action play and cancel a play action. If you don't know how to do that, you basically you can either, hot route your running back to like block or just another route. You probably should block your running back most of the time if somebody is running this type of defense, because the running back is going to be who picks up this blitzer. This is kind of the matchup that you want. But what I will do is I will shift my offensive line away so that we're blocking this way. This guy will come free, but when he comes free, the running back will be able to pick him up. And I mean, you kind of have two guys going basically blocking this way. So it does allow this rusher to be free, but it allows him to come through. And the same sort of thing where if he doesn't loop and he comes down this way, the running back will still get it, because again, these guys are blocking this way. So it just makes it easier to kind of pick up the blitz. So I will shift my offensive line away, which is you're holding the right bumper or R1, and then you flick your right stick to the right. I believe that is a half slide to the right. So that's what I do a lot of times. And then the play action will kind of dumb out the looper anyway, so you won't really have to worry about that sort of thing. So with those two things in combination, hopefully that makes sense. It makes sense to do that. So right here, I mean, this guy, I mean, we had A open. I could have threw that, but I actually playmaker him up because I see, look at all of this wide open space right here. I playmaker him up. So either he's gonna take his user and guard this, or he's gonna take his user and try to guard up here. He tries to take A, but it's still open. As you see, he's still running with this RB. So I'm like, hey, I'm finna throw this A. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be wide open. And I'm 100% correct. That playmaker was absolutely amazing. I thought Tony G was going to break that tackle right there. But hey, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. Again, it's not hard to kind of beat the meta. Again, that really wasn't a meta beating play per se, but like it was a good way to just kind of, get back into the game. So this is one of my favorite route combos in the game against this type of defense. I call this Z swirl in play. Again, I know you guys have been asking me for an ebook. I will probably try to drop some of that, honestly, probably starting this week. So definitely stay tuned to the channel if you guys want to see any ebook or anything like that regarding it. So as you guys can see, I'm sliding my line, but if you guys want to see any sort type of ebook, definitely stay tuned to the channel. So one of my favorite route combos to kind of guard this, because again, when somebody is having this cover 4 defense, let's just change this. So somebody's running cover 4. Again, this guy's here, this guy's here, this guy's here, and this guy's here. And then he probably is going to have some form of hard flat, and everything else in between. The thing that's open is this middle of the field. You feel what I'm saying? The middle of the field is wide open. So I like to attack the intermediate part of the field. And this route combo basically does that. So we've got a clear out route right here to push this safety back. We're going to push the safety back with this route here. The safety is going to be kind of held by that. Obviously, the hard flat right here is going to be taken. But to attack the middle of the field, we put a slant. That's going to be a very quick attacking thing. That's probably going to occupy the user here. We have this inverted return route, or I guess it's basically a return route, inverted zig, whatever you want to call it. And then we do have an in route over there, we have this combination right here where he's got to choose either between this guy or this guy. And then we also have this zig on the backside to kind of have like a delayed route to be able to, again, attack the middle of the field. So as you guys can see, he takes A. B is going to be open eventually, but I did kind of put B back too far. But as you guys can see, the inverted zig gets open. And I mean, that's a steamer. I ain't gonna lie. He really should have, like, that's literally almost a pick. Good user by him. Touchdown. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a 2-play drive against the meta. It's not nothing too crazy. Now, I was trying to do different things against this guy. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I honestly called cover 2. This is bad defense, by the way. Looking back on this, not good defense. Again, he's was really calling his bread and butter was like something like this. The return route. He's got a post here, or I should say post. He's got this. He's got like some sort of return route. And then I think like a slant or something. I don't know. But this is just bad defense. I don't know what specifically it is, but as you guys can see right here, honestly, just horrible defense. We almost got to that. I almost got to a pick right there. But yeah, so again, cover 2 is probably not the best thing to run against this. Again, I come out in cover 2 again, except for I put a deep half down the middle. I kind of wanted to see what he was going to do right there. So honestly, I've got to do a better job of switch sticking, and I did do a good job because, to be honest, he had a touchdown right here because I switch stick this. I thought he was going to throw it here, but he ends up throwing it up here, so he does complete it. That's just my fault. I mean, good read by him, but he definitely had a touchdown, you feel me? So at least looking back on it, I probably would have put an outside third instead of outside half there, just to kind of not give that up and still play that as best as I could. Again, this is where I got the pick. I think I switch stick this. I don't remember. I think I switch stick this. So right here, I don't even know what we called as a base. I think it was still cover 2, honestly. So as you guys can see right here, I switch stick. So like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a very good switch stick. So he ran a slant. There is a return route. This looks like a post, I think. And he's got this flat route and this right here. So this guy right here goes to guard this, and the slant ends up coming back over here, and it allows me to switch stick back up to go get this slant. You feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I was seeing. I mean, he had the slant right there. Like if he throws it right now, I mean, it's a completion. But I'm like, hey, I'm out of position. If I switch stick here, it's a touchdown. And I'm probably not getting to that ball, but if I get right here, we can kind of bait up and do that. So that's kind of, again, that's just that quick sort of thinking you kind of have to have on here to do that. And so I switched stick immediately, and I'm like, hey, let me get that. You feel me? Let me get that. So we got our stop. That is definitely, you know, a good thing to go into, you know, to get the ball back, considering we didn't get ball first. This is another one of my favorite route combos against this type of defense, because again, a lot of times, like I showed you guys, there's going to be hard flats on the field, etc., etc. So this is not a regular streak. This is a triple option, and then you just stem this all the way up. I then put a corner route, stem it down once. You have a post route and you have a drag route, because again, this post drag combo is really going to attack this middle of the field area, in which the user is going to have to decide between these two sort of routes. And then you also have this as well, because most of the time people are going to have hard flats. They're going to guard it down here. It's going to open up this window because we have this pull route to kind of drag this safety out there, and then you have your guy, you know, kind of open that. So you have basically 3 different options right here. We also still have blocking the running back in this case, because again, shift to the opposite of the looper, and then ID the looper. This is also a play action play. So we pick up the blitz pretty easily. RB is wide open. I mean, literally wide open. You feel what I'm saying? He caught it. Shout out Julio Jones. That is the 99 Julio. You feel what I'm saying? And so here, what I'm trying to decide. So I kind of saw that this alignment right here, something was off. And I just see this part of the field is wide open. So I'm like, is he giving me a touchdown? Like, am I tripping? Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I decide to call the match beater that we normally have. You know, this sort of, this like, I don't even know what to call this. I don't know if this is like a fade or what. We'll have this corner route right here, and we'll have this streak, because again, this will kind of push this guy back. We have this kind of forcing that sideline of the clear out route. And then we have this, because I told y'all, look at this. This is why, like, there's nobody back here. I know there's nobody back here on this side, but let me clear this up. Look how much space is just, there's no bodies right here. So if he just runs straight, it should be a touchdown, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, hey, this might be a touchdown. I've never really ran this against this defense, but I'm like, these people are out of position. This is a touchdown. That's exactly what it was. Most of the time that's not gonna work, but just because of the way I saw his alignment right there, I was like, could be a touchdown, you feel me? So we come out here, cover 2 against this type of defense again. Really not that good of defense, if I'm being 100% honest. Cover 2, I probably should have been doing a little more adjusting. I then drag him out here. I think I'm running cover 3 match at this point. Really good defense. I mean, cover 3 match right there was really good, but again, that formation does have things that can kind of attack cover 3 match. So I definitely can't call it every time. It kind of does make you susceptible to that. Out of this nickel 3-3 odd, whenever you have this guy blitzing, I like to drag them out. This is kind of similar to what was in 3-3 Cub, which people were dragging them out and putting them on a contain. So that's kind of what I like to do out of this formation to kind of mix things up. Again, if we're not going to be sending, I don't know why he threw that. That's crazy. I didn't think he was going to actually throw that, but got to have better user right there. But yeah, it's another good way to kind of mix in another blitz that I like to do, against most people. So right here, he just, I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't even know why he threw this because it was covered. I'm not really sure what exactly he saw on that play to kind of throw that. Maybe it's just because Dion was back there. So he's like, it's a smaller player on a larger player. Maybe. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have got mad if he did moss me right there, but you feel me? Again, he does make a big play right here because I come out and cover 2 because I'm thinking, oh, like maybe, I can catch him slipping with this. But I mean, again, cover 2, that like a fade down the sideline against cover 2. I mean, that is pretty much the weakness against this. So, I mean, good on him. You know what I'm saying? Bad defense by me, and probably shouldn't be running that in that type of situation. And he runs that slant route that he kind of been running at the beginning of the game. So that's pretty much my fault, if I'm being honest. Right here, hold on. Let me see something. Think we had I was trying to do the same setup that we had, as you guys can see right there. But I don't even think it ends up working because, again, it's like they're not out of alignment how they once were. I think, when we motioned, because what ended up happening, we switched from the Y off trips nasty in this format or in this playbook, and then we switched over to the bunch spread nasty, which I think is what caused that sort of misalignment there. I then also try to call another cover 4 beater. Again, I know I got this. I think it was Pick'em streaming this. I believe this is one of their good like route combos, on the Huddle GG website. So, shout out to them. But just as a heads up, again, if you guys want cover 4 beater, you're gonna call that motion play. Let me see what it's. I forget what it's actually called. So let me go over here to the Wild Church Nasty. Is this motion Y corner play? Let me move my face cam out of the way really quickly. Motion Y corner, as you guys can see right there. You're gonna stem up the auto motion route. I'll show you guys the final product in a second. So you're gonna stem up the auto motion route. I don't have to kind of show you guys, but this route is gonna pull down this quarter. This quarter is gonna do that, and then you have this post, and a lot of times they'll pass it off, and it'll be like this. Will occupy this guy. Post route right under, wide open. You feel me? So you got to have time in the pocket for this one. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted to see if it was gonna work before half. Obviously, it does not. But if we did have enough time, he was open. I mean, both his guys ran up there. They were gonna be wide open. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. People was gonna be literally wide open. So open up the second half again. Another great route combo that I like to do out of the Z swirl in play. So just a little bit of a different variation, right? We have a clear out route right here. We have a drag from the tight end. We have a deep cross right there. And then we have this inverted zig return route, if you want to call it that. So kind of reminiscent of Dagger or like Seattle from like Gun Bunch Strong Offset. Again, or Strong Nasty. I forget which formation it is. I think it's Strong Nasty, but we just don't have the running back on that same side. But again, really good way to stress the user, and then you also have this sort of backside again zig to kind of have the change of timing right there. So you have two routes that pretty much attack the middle of the field immediately, and then you've got this. So again, easy first down right there. Probably shouldn't have been a first down if we're being 100% honest, but hey, it is what it is. Right here, we do call that sort of match beater thing. Again, I was just kind of, I'm rusty. I'm just be honest with y'all. I'm rusty. I shouldn't have been calling that against this type of defense. We have a truz with Terry pose, which is why we don't fumble. And I'm just like, hey, I'm trying to cook something up here. So right here, I then motion over to dagger. Again, same sort of thing, where you've got these sort of, again, just it's literally the same play that we ran with the Z swirl in, just with slightly different routes and a different look out of a different formation. You know what I'm saying? If you guys can find formations that kind of do that, you have those type of things, and then you have this sort of route right here. So again, two really fast, like, attacking routes over the middle of the field, and then honestly a high-low on this outside, and then you also have this route, this delayed in route that is going to, attack the middle of the field a little bit later in case the user is no longer in the middle of the field, if that makes sense. Again, same concept, different formation, different look. That way you have a little bit more of different look. So I motioned him over. I just wanted to see how the defense was going to react. They didn't move, so I'm like, okay. I kind of figured he was going to be in cover 4 at that point. And again, wide open, easily wide open. Julio breaks a tackle right there. I thought he was going to break another one. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to break another one there for a second, but it is okay. You feel me? We're going to keep continuing to go on here. So we do have, again, I ran this play earlier in the game, so I wanted to see if it worked again. Again, same sort of kind of concept again with the quick hitting routes. It's a drag here and then a post, and then you've got this speed out. That's why I really like this formation, because I can put a speed out right there and then have this drag or this clear out route right there. I think I hit the speed out if I remember correctly. No, he's guarding it. And we're just gonna take off with Terry Poe right there. He did fumble because we didn't have truz activated, but it is what it is. Again, we come out here with dagger. So that route combination, I ran a drag. You have the fade already. You have this other streak right here. You have a post route from the tight end. So again, same sort of thing where it's two different routes that attack two different depths in the middle of the field. And then I haven't been sending my running back out, so I also send him out right there with this sort of streak route. All these routes right here are gonna void the field to make this a wide open throw. And I figured he wasn't gonna guard it because I hadn't, had my running back out the entire time. And I was 100% correct. Eric Dickerson kind of gets in there, wide open, walk in for the touchdown. Nice and easy, my boy. So again, he's gonna kind of move the ball down the field here a little bit. Again, I'm not going to really talk about much on defense. I was just mixing up on him at this point, mixing in cover 3, mixing in cover 2. Might start, kind of mixing in some other defenses as well. Just trying to make him think, because I felt like I could beat him. At least the way I was playing offensively, it felt like I was playing actually pretty good, considering, I did have a couple of bad possessions or just bad play calls. He did get that post route. That's me. I should have guarded that. Again, that's just something you kind of just learn. That was just bad user, bad stick. I will be the first one to always say, when I have bad stick right there. So again, same sort of thing. We're just mixing in that cover 4 sort of look. I then man up the running back. I put that guy on a curl flat, because then I'm like, all right, at this point, I'm gonna switch stick. And that's absolutely what I did. He called a speed out. I mean, good on him for calling that speed out right there. You feel what I'm saying? I felt right there he should have had Zach Bond could have played that a little bit better. But right here, I'm not gonna lie, I got extremely lucky. He came out in goal line. I'll show y'all. He came out with goal line, as you guys can see right there. I call guts because I'm like, he's probably going to quarterback sneak this. Most of the time when people call this, it's literally first and goal, less than first and then 1 yard. He's going to QB sneak. We get it right there. We get the stop. I ran commit up the middle because I was like, look, I'm up. I feel like I can stop him. And pretty much with that, I mean, that's pretty much all she wrote. You feel what I'm saying? So again, that's a little bit of a breakdown from my first ranked game. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that. Again, trying to get back into the swing of things of recording back on YouTube again, and hopefully I can get you guys more content here coming very, very soon. Again, really appreciate all the support on the channel, man. We're back again. If you guys want to check it out, I'm probably going to be live by the time you guys are seeing this video. It's greatly appreciated. We appreciate all the support, and we'll catch y'all boys in the next one, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully it was helpful. We'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.